Family doesn't always look the same. It comes in different dynamics. Mine certainly does, with different personalities, different journeys. But when love becomes the focus instead of the differences, something beautiful has room to grow. An amazing relationship can develop between siblings when it's rooted in love and respect. Siblings are often our first friends, your first defenders, the ones who know your history and child and still choose your heart. They remind you where you come from. They encourage you towards where you're going, and they give you confidence no matter what life brings. Someone is always in your corner. That's what we have. My siblings and I have a foundation of love and respect that draws us close to each other's hearts. And I don't take that lightly. I love my siblings and I am deeply grateful for them. We'll be right back.
My past does not define me. Its purpose was to refine me. God, He took my broken pieces to transform and renew me now. Beautifully reconstructed. Beautifully reconstructed. I'm beautifully reconstructed. Beautifully reconstructed. Let's talk, let's heal, let's live.
Great morning. I am Michelle Patrice Wade, host of Beautifully Reconstructed. We are the ministry devoted to helping others discover that God can use the brokenness of their past to help launch them into their divine destiny. On today's episode is so near and dear to my heart. If you know me, you know that I love my family. And my siblings and I have this unique bond that is such a unique blessing to me. And so to have them share something that I am passionate about and have them all here joining me today, it is beyond words of how much gratitude I have. I can't even express it. So without delay, I am going to have them introduce themselves. So welcome, family.
Hey. What's happening?
What's happening? You can tell who's cool.
Every time.
We're going to go, let's start from the eldest.
Of course we will.
Or, I'm the,
Yes.
Yeah, I'm stumbling a little bit because I'm truly the eldest, but nobody seems to think so. Everybody's confused except for me. Because my birthday says differently. I'm just saying.
It does.
We all got your back.
So I'm Junior. I'm the actual eldest. Married. Hey baby. My 3 kids, my 3 boys, Marine, and I'm probably the second goofiest one.
Second.
You on the end.
Are we going to age you?
Yeah.
So I'm Erica. I am the middle child with all the middle concerns. I don't know about me. I am a social media and content influencer, a content creator. I have a lot of interests. I love traveling, and I am the analytical one.
I'm Alan. I'm the middle boy, and I like to shoot pool. I enjoy I enjoy outside activities.
Okay.
Being in nature, and just having a good time, and I enjoy my family.
Awesome.
I'm Eric. I'm the youngest. I am a owner of a maintenance air conditioner company. I have 4 kids, 3 biological, 1 stepchild. just like to have fun, like good energy, good vibes, and of course, family. So
Family.
yeah.
Everybody, of course, I started out saying that I love family, and that's true for each and every one of us.
Friends.
I started out saying that we have a unique closeness that is, I'm so grateful for it because for the audience, they don't know that we didn't grow up in the same household. And I've stated this before that some families don't even have that dynamic and everyone is growing up in the same household. But to know that I have siblings that I can call on anytime and knowing that there is such a bond that you will stop to make sure that I'm taken care of. And the same with you, of course. And I just want to, I know my perspective on our bond. So could each of you kind of share what that looks like for you?
Ooh. Let me start that off.
Go ahead.
Hey.
Go ahead.
Cause with them third floor apartments you used to stay and wanting to move, we was there. I was there. But yeah, it's
Several times over.
several times, not once or twice. But yeah, man, it's always been a respect. You always been there, even though we wasn't in the same household. As far as I can remember, my first Thanksgiving I could think back to remembering was at your house in Charleston. So, and you put me on putting the salt on the collard greens. It changed it all the way. Yeah, so yeah, it's always been love, even though you wasn't in, like you say, in the household, but you was always there.
I think
I could go next. So for me, I think you don't know your family's different until you go out into the world to see that it's different. So you were always in my life. One of the things that with you not being in the hospital, there's another dynamic of the age difference between the younger and then us too, and so that is special to me because although there's 10 to 14 years difference between me and these ones, I'm the youngest of the first set. So with that though, we all just can get together, we all can have fun, and it's so down to earth. It's so it's just so easy and it's so natural. So it's just never been different. And then we talk about, I always just attribute to the adults in our life. Like there was never ever an issue with us seeing each other. If the adults in our life had something we were not aware of, and a lot of children can't say that they were able to not be impacted by relationships of the adults in their life. And I consider that a blessing. I do think that contributes to our bond and our connection. And then I also attribute to you because, in my college days, I was thinking about the younger ones, but I didn't miss, homecoming and things. So I can remember summers being at your house, and I'm like, I don't know if at that age if I would have been that person, but you never were like, oh no, because I want something to do. Even when you did things, I was right along with you. I remember I got my first cute haircut with you, So, I mean, you just were a really great big sister, and I think you held it as a responsibility, and that really also made sure that you made sure we all stayed connected.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of would piggyback what she said, like, you don't know your family different until you kind of get out in the world. I thought we was normal, but far from that. But
in so many ways.
Like even to the point, like how people, like, it was new to me that somebody can actually be so mad at their siblings, and like other people talk about it. I'm like,
So what now?
That's crazy. Like, it was. I could vent by myself. You just listen. You just listen. So,
Better not say nothing.
You can't even say too much.
You breathing too fast, bro.
And like, I can remember, like, this is how I realized that, oh, well, maybe my family, I was in elementary school, and my dad had just came to school for something. He was a PTA president and whatnot, and I was like in 4th grade. And the lady asked me, how many brothers and sisters do you have? And I was like, well, it's 5 of us. I got 4. I got 2 brothers, 2 sisters. And she was like, all by your mama? I'm in 4th grade, so
She was nosy.
Now that I'm older, very inappropriate conversation. Very inappropriate. Yeah, but yeah, being 4th grade, you know, yeah, right, yeah. And then she emphasized, she said, so all your brothers and sisters call your mama. And I thought about it. I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah. But then after the conversation, I'm still thinking, and I'm like, well, although she do call my mama, she do call the other lady mama too. I never thought about that to that day. I never thought about that to that day, and it was like, dang, I always remember that day because it was like, I never felt that. I never felt like she was just like my half sister or nothing like that. Like, that's my sister. Like,
Never felt that.
Summertime come, I know I'm gonna spend 2 weeks wherever you at. at minimum, you know. So yeah, I mean, and like she said, I mean, I'm an uncle now, I'm a daddy now, and shoot, I can't wait till the summertime coming in, you know, and kids don't. So imagine every summer knowing that this is what you want is, you know, that's a big thing, you know, especially when you're older and you realize what you could have been doing.
Right.
So yeah, it's very, very much love.
Most definitely that. One thing that always come to mind when it comes to our dynamics, and this is before the last two came around, is your trip to Fort Campbell. When you came for summer Fort Campbell. And I think that was my recognition of, this is my sister, yo. Even though I don't see her all the time, this is still my sister, because you made sure nobody bothered us. You was protective, and even though I'm the protective one now, you made sure that we was good, me and Erica was good. And just like how Eric said and everybody else done said, people look at me crazy because they're like, how many siblings you got? And I'm like, I got 4. I got 2 brothers, 2 sisters. I've never considered speaking half, and people look at me crazy, well, especially in Augusta, because they know all of us who went to the same high school. So they're like, oh, okay. Well, when did I miss this sister? You didn't. She just wasn't here. But that's still my sister. There's no halsies that, and just like with me and my family, just like how Eric is with his blended family, my sons don't consider themselves step brothers.
Right.
You know, we don't incorporate that in our dynamics anymore, it seems. And it's probably better that way because it gives that structure that there's no differences.
Yeah.
Everybody part of the same family. And I think that's one of the great things that we have as far as the 5 of us have as siblings, because we've all seen how it goes the opposite way in other families.
As we get older, we see it.
Yes.
But I remember being young and going to your granny house, and your and mama does. Hey, shout out to granny. But those days was just like normal, yeah. Like this another part of extended part of the family. We in Charleston. We spend 2 weeks here, 2 weeks there, 2 weeks wherever we going. And she was just part of those 2 weeks. But it was just normal and memorable. It was memorable. You can't forget those days.
No.
And I'll tell you, I think that it is true that our parents did a good job, because I never heard the language step and half coming from them. From either mother or daddy. Yeah. And, daddy was strong on these are your siblings. I remember, when he would come down to visit, and sometimes we would go fishing. I think more so when we were young. Yeah. And, because now we go on the boat. I mean, and, because I remember G and I had I don't know what we were fussing about. But we were something silly. And Daddy was like, I better never catch y'all fighting again. That's your, he was strong on that,
He was real strong on that. I don't think we fought since.
But the dialogue and the conversation has always been, these are my brothers and sisters, so I've never seen anything else. And even when on the flip side, from, even when we talk about Grandma Mary, You know, Grandma Mary checked on me just like she checked on y'all. My phone would ring and
You checked on her too, cause I remember being doing somewhere you pulled up.
you definitely.
Yeah.
And you know, one of the Eric and I have conversations about that. You know, sometimes more so even than the biological. You know, I was closer to her in some aspects because she was more, I guess, nurturing, and even when it came to the ministry. Grandma Mary learned Facebook.
Yeah.
She was on there liking my stuff. Grandma Mary got me.
Send you messages.
And even now, you know, with Mama Beverly, you know, I said she needs the MVP because she gonna comment, she gonna like, she gonna, you know. So there's always been that support from the parental unit. It hasn't been a difference, and just like you say, you know, if we visited in January last month, we came and Alan was having a conversation with Granny, and I heard them in there just interacting. And you know, Granny is at that age now; she'll ask you the same question. But you know, because you know the love that he had for her, I could hear you know him being so patient with her. You know. And again, that's because, you know, we know each other. It's not, you know, that's your grandmother, you know, and this is my grandmother. This is our grandmother. I dare you to say something different.
She gonna tell us everything.
Every time. And even, you know, some people would even think that it's strange because there were times that when you all, especially Alan and Eric, that I was working and y'all stay with my biological mom. Yeah. So it's always been this. It should be normal, but it's abnormal to everybody else.
It just. I think it's abnormal because how you say the elders that we came from.
Yeah.
It's different. Everybody ain't got what we got.
That's true.
Everybody ain't got what we got.
And you know, even talking about older times, you know, unfortunately, when we go back to the generation, I would say maybe 2 generations before us, you know, we had the father who had different families, so that created division. You know, so there were things that contributed to that division, and then of course they may have been upset about that. And so, you know, some things aren't supposed to be said in front of children. Right. And our parents did a great job of not, just like, you know, if there was conflict in the background, you know, I've never heard, my mother never, you know, said, you know, your daddy is this or that, whatever, you know, and I've never heard it from daddy saying, you know what I'm saying? So, and Mama Beverly either. So that contributes to a lot because you can start to gain a perspective of your parents and your family unit if by the words that are spoken.
Yeah. And I say even to this day, like, you know, if there was anything, we still remain oblivious.
Yes.
Hey, I still don't know stuff.
I didn't know that there was anything, you know. So I mean, but it's just evident that they prioritize us having a relationship
than whatever mess there might be going on behind the scenes.
And then after that, I think, you know, on our own, we all were intentional about making sure we are knowing what each other are doing, taking some type of interest in what the other person is doing. You know, so I think, you know, and I guess that was a guidance from them. You know, when we were able to pick it up for our own, we remained intentional about making sure that we have a connection and that it's not distance. It's never like, oh, I haven't talked in so long, or it's never weird conversation. We're frequently in contact, and so I think, you know, we were able to. From that, we were able to grow our own bonds and relationships.
Look, that became real for me when I was over in Iraq because them care packages just kept coming.
Yeah.
Ain't much asked for nothing. But didn't know what I needed. You know I needed some Mountain Dew. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I write good letters now because of you.
Yeah, I remember when you was in Iraq, we was at grandmama's house for Thanksgiving or Christmas or something, and grandma had the web TV. And we FaceTimed you on web TV. talking to you. And we all was there. You was there too, Shell.
That
Now,
was a good one.
now I need to. Now, Grandma had web TV, and I never had it.
Man, me and Eric used to be in Charleston, and Grandma used to go to class for the computers.
Yeah.
We learned
I remember
computers with
that.
Grandma
Yeah, I
at
remember
a young
that.
age.
And then when I got back, Grandma would always ask me to she would bounce ideas off of her Word and her Excel, and this is what I learned in the class. I'm like,
Man, Grandma used to be doing PowerPoint.
Let me tell you.
Grandma, I need some biscuits.
I can just explain. She's left a legacy of understanding that no matter your age, you can accomplish anything if you're willing to.
No matter what the age
absolutely.
is.
Definitely.
Yeah. I always say from her I learned to not be left behind. So even like when AI came along, I was hesitant about putting like Chat GTP on my phone. Like, I mean, Big Brother's already watching. But I was like, I don't know about this Chat GTP on my phone. But then I just thought about, I remember being in college and grandma emailing me from, when I'm going to waiting to go to the camp with my friends. I'm like, well, let me go to the computer lab and check my email, see my grandma's email. I'm like, your grandma? I'm like, yeah, my grandma. So from her, I always like never get left behind. So I was like, let me just be curious about this AI and get into it.
I just put it on my phone last night.
Look at you.
I could not unfollow Grandma. I don't want to follow Mama. Like, I had to add Grandma.
I just stopped incorporating the AI into my business, trying to do like the little QR kind of sign, set it up like how Gemini do, with my so the customers they can talk straight to it, and I just get it, and I have it.
Now Gemini.
It's not Gemini, but it's almost like Gemini.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the Google version.
It's pretty cool though. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
I'm getting the hang of it.
Y'all help me out. Yeah, I was.
It makes it a lot easier. It's like having a real secretary. It's like,
The personal
Yes.
because, like, the way this one is, like, you kind of like teach it what you want to study on.
It learns
and
about you.
it learns it, and it keeps it in the memory bank. So it's an add-on instead of, hey Siri, and it got to rethink what you add. Yeah, so it's kind of cool. Yeah, it's kind of cool.
You lighting up? You excited about that?
Yeah, man.
I haven't made it that far yet. All I did was make a nice, very, very nice Valentine picture.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was your first
That
time?
was my first time.
Oh, that was cute too.
Oh, that was AI?
That was cute.
You
Every did that.
You gonna give yours a name, just give it a month. So what was the experience like for you? So I know one of the things that your experience was with Daddy still being in the military, until he retired, you were in Charleston and we were away sometimes as far as Germany. So like, what was that on your end?
One of the things that, I can recall to mind is when I wrote, I am not inadequate, and I talk about the rejected one. There was a period that I felt lonely because of the fact that I even put in the devotion, these were strangers that I loved. And maybe that was the purpose behind me being intentional when Daddy was stationed, and y'all didn't really experience it because, of course, Daddy was stationed pretty much when y'all got here, right? So, but when Daddy was away, I didn't really have as much interaction with Erica and Junior that, I was able to have with you all because Daddy was here. And so it left me feeling, at times jealous, because I'm like, well, they get to spend time with Daddy and they get to have the family unit, and I don't have it. And again, maybe that's why I was so intentional. Instead of misplacing that jealousy or those feelings of, feeling rejected and doing something negative with it. Maybe that was my positive way of saying, okay, well, they're here now. I can draw them close. Yeah.
That's amazing to have that pivot. That's amazing.
It takes a lot of growth to be able to do that, especially at the young age that you were when that was going on. Because, me, I'm oblivious to what's going on.
Yes.
But I could say this, when we got back, I would never have thought that. I remember getting back, and one of the first things that we did was go to your volleyball game. sure I was the loudest kid up in there. I was the loudest one. I don't know what's going on in volleyball, but my sister did something good. So that knowing that and just knowing how young we were and seeing that growth that you had, you way ahead of your time anyway. I think that turns to all of us because all of us in some way, shape, or form are ahead of our times. And our dynamic helps that. Our elders done helped that.
Yes.
And we just take it and run with it.
I love that. And, I didn't even think about that. At the time, I just wanted that closeness to myself, and like you all, again, even growing up before, Eric and Alan, I still never heard step between us. So I just miss my sister and my brothers. And so when they did come along and I had the opportunity to be close, I wanted that. And, because the jealousy was never, I hate them, it wasn't nothing crazy like that. It was just like, I don't get the same experience. And so because of that love, I just wanted to experience you all more so.
Yeah, said something. I would have swapped with you a couple of months. Real.
I never made it to Germany because I was afraid of flying.
I know I always be quote unquote jealous because I didn't get to experience no military experience, because and I was born there retired, so I know Augusta, Georgia, and I know Charleston, South Carolina. I say I don't know no Kentucky, Germany, Arizona, Missouri, and anything in between.
I don't really know Arizona neither.
It's just like when Mama used to saying how they went to all the Boy Scouts and the little football teams and have a little recreational teams and they swimming in Olympic size pool and stuff.
That was in Germany. I be hating to hear those stories too. I ain't experienced that either.
And I be feeling like you can tell the difference because even how we our intellect and stuff y'all could tell that y'all done been around places. And it's not nothing new to y'all, you know what I'm saying? And I don't have that. I try to speak good and clear, and I still sound like I'm from Georgia. my professional voice is just me swallow my spit and be clear.
even when we're together, the three of us are together when we go out on Tuesday nights and we're together, people find it hard to believe that we're brothers, even though they look just like me. Only because their accents, I don't have that accent that they have because of the same thing that Harry just talked about. I done been everywhere.
I talk more Geechee than both of y'all. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Now, don't get it twisted. I could upset the Geechee.
Yeah, it come out at certain time. Yeah.
But on the flip side, though, one of the things, there was definitely some advantages of being a military brat, but I don't have the experience of going to school with a classmate, with cousins. I don't have a best friend from
kindergarten.
School. It took me a while to even be able to build trusted relationships because it was like every 2 years you're going through settlement and things like that. So it was a different experience, but the trade-off is y'all are so grounded in you have people who you've known forever or whatnot.
Because I can say I was jealous of that, and I think that's one of the main reasons why I didn't really want to leave Augusta because baby boy he started here. Yeah. He almost done. You don't need to pick him up and take him somewhere else now. Just let him. He's grounded. He's got all his friends here. They done grew up together. There's still kids from kindergarten who see me out in the street. Hey, John Lee's dad. They never call me Mr. I've been John Lee's dad for kindergarten with not just the kids, the teachers, the administrators, the principal, the crossing guard. I'm John Lee's dad because everybody knows him. So for him to have that, am I a little jealous? Yeah, just like I'm a little jealous. Y'all did. Look, I wouldn't trade it for the world because he gets the experience that just like you did get the experience being in the military. When I got out of the military, he was 6 months.
Yeah, we definitely all grew up different.
We did. Now, being that you two are the youngest, do you find that your older siblings can be a little bossy?
Oh, definitely.
With me being the exception.
Situation
dictates.
But that's 90% true. Yeah.
I don't think it's bossy. I don't think y'all bossy. It's just hard to tell y'all no, especially Shell and Erica. I tell Junior no all the time.
Yeah.
But
It's
y'all
so much
two,
that he feel like I'm on my way, and then I don't see him for 2 days.
yeah, it be that too.
Y'all persuasive. Y'all very
Yeah.
But he right. It's hard to tell y'all to.
Yeah, you can't tell y'all. I wouldn't call it bossy,
So polite.
but I think y'all being older than us kind of helped me and E, cause we able to move with anybody. We able to conversate with anybody, no matter what age or anything. Like I'm more older people more attracted to us than people our generation.
I'm never uncomfortable in the room.
Never. We can move anywhere.
Both of y'all are very extroverted. Y'all think it's because y'all the youngest?
Yeah. We done seen everything. Yeah, we done seen
I
it.
said I got my grandmas was in the 90s, late 80s. And I say my parents 40 years older than me. You know what I'm saying? My sister from 19 to 4, all the way down to 4 years. So it's,
that kind of really, it's a blessing for us to have that.
I know 4 different ways to attack the same problem.
That's
I think I do subconsciously do that in my mind. Like I get to thinking and I kind of shut up and I think it's.
But he already knew what I'm gonna say. He already you know what I'm gonna say.
Do y'all call different ones for different like?
Yeah.
So obviously you know the answer you want when you call somebody. Do you call a different person based on the answer you want?
No,
not based on the answer, but
a different perspective.
Yeah, based on the perspective. Like, I'm not about to call Alan about no relationship problems. You know?
Thank you for tuning in to part 1 of Michelle's 2-part series, Sibling Talk, where she and her siblings sit down and they dive into talk about love, family, there's laughter, and what it looks like when parents are mature enough that they value the bond of the children over any adult drama that could possibly be happening behind the scenes. Don't forget to tune in next week. We look forward to seeing you